Hi guys, my name is Daniela, and today we're going to learn about the ERAF system diagram. So let's take a closer look at what it is. This diagram is a way to analyze a system in a holistic view using the ERAF elements, which are entities, relations, attributes, and flows. So let's explore each element in detail. First, entities are the main parts of your research. You can think of them as nouns. It can include people, places, objects, and problems or goals. Second, relations describe the relationship between entities. You can also think of them as verbs. For example, the connection between staff members and customers. Staff members help the customer find shopping items. Third, we have attributes. They are the characteristics of an entity. You can also think of them as adjectives. They can describe age, size, emotions, and perceptions. Fourth, we have flows. They describe the relationship between entities and relations. With the use of arrows, they can describe a one-way relationship or a mutual relationship. Knowing this method is important because it can help you when you feel overwhelmed with information. It will help you to visualize complex ideas, identify gaps and disconnects, and gain perspective on the current information that you have. Now let's take a closer look at how to use the ERAF system diagram following 6 simple steps. In step number 1, identify your entities and draw a circle around them to represent them on your graph. Step number 2, connect entities using verbs to describe relations and arrows to define your flows. Remember to keep track of what your arrows mean to describe your flows. In step number 3, add the attributes to describe each entity and draw them as bubbles to represent them on your graph. In step number 4, take a step back and review your diagram. Change any elements to accurately reflect the system that you want to analyze. In step number 5, look for any disconnects or gaps in the diagram and start making a list to discuss your points further. In step number 6, use your list and diagram to discuss your insights found. Select the most relevant that can give you direction to continue with your research. Some helpful tips to use for the ERAF system diagram is to cover the content that you want to explore. Don't be afraid to make changes and modify the diagram to fit your needs. Now you can use the ERAF system diagram to help you with your research. Thank you and see you next time.